AITA for refusing to share my huge inheritance with my stepsiblings? So I, 17M, found out only a few weeks ago that my dad left me a lot of money in a trust, like it's such a crazy amount that I didn't really believe it at first, but it's true. The reason is my dad had inherited from both his parents already. He also inherited from the only two uncles he had as well. And one of them was very successful and had a business. This was all explained in a letter my dad wrote to me. He had the trust set up before he came into most of the money, but when he found out his cancer was incurable, he decided to put it all aside for me once all medical bills were paid off for him. My parents were separated but not legally divorced when my dad was sick, died. But they weren't living together or a couple for a year. This was 10 years ago. My mom found out about the money because she read the letter he sent to me about the issue. Then she insisted she was joining me to meet with the lawyer to discuss this. When my mom learned about the money, she told her husband, and suddenly the money became a very touchy subject. I can't touch it until I'm 19 with the way my dad set it up. So I have some time to deal with this, but my mom and her husband want me to share the money with my stepsiblings, 14, 8 and 7. The money is enough where even if I pay for college and buy a house I would have money left. The way the trust works, I was told it's also getting interest, which my dad had intentionally set up. My mom and her husband have struggled financially for years. They started dating when his youngest kid was 1. His wife had died. He was going through a legal battle with the mother of his oldest, and his oldest is in therapy for trauma caused by their mom. Also, his youngest was born with some medical issues and has lots of doctor appointments. Between everything, money was tight. We live paycheck to paycheck and I work to make my own life a little more comfortable. But we had no college savings or anything before this. My mom and her husband drained their own bank account to keep a roof over our heads. This has all been brought up to me as a good reason why I should do this. My mom told me it was selfish for dad to put it all away solely for my future, and he should have been thinking about raising me as well. She told me I might not call her husband dad or his kids my siblings. But we are a family, and that this family has been through so much together and we have struggled for so long, that it would be so good and generous for me to do this. I told her it's not like I can access the money now. She said no, but when I do, I should set up accounts for my 3 stepsiblings so they have a better chance at college, and if not college, the chance to have a help start in life. Despite all their trying to talk me into it, I said no. I told them I wasn't going to share the money. My mom was so mad, but it was nothing compared to how mad her husband was. They told me to quit being selfish and start acting with compassion. AITA? NTA. I'm 58F. Take it from me. 1. You are not obliged to share the money. If I were in your position, I would not. 2. Your dad left it the way he did so your mom couldn't spend it on others. It is not your job to finance her family. It was not selfish of your father. Make sure your mom and company are okay. It is selfish and greedy for your mom and husband to expect you to give them money. Giving them money is what your dad would not want. 3. This is your legacy. It's everything your dad could give you to help you in life because he won't be there. Your dad is trying to give you now what he would have contributed during his life had he lived. Remember that. 4. You're young. Life is expensive. Please talk to the lawyer and get help to stretch the money out as long as possible. Houses need roofs, plumbing, cars need maintenance, weddings, if you chose, are expensive. Healthcare if you get sick is expensive. And then there is retirement. Don't look at college and a house as the only big items. You have 70 to 75 years to live. 5. Also find out if you get all the money at once or it pays over time. If it pays over time, you may not be able to share it. Please talk to your trust officer and leave your mom out of it. NTA. So your mom's new husband is mad you aren't giving money to his children with your mother? This money came from your father. That was not their father. It was yours. This is whom your father wanted the money to go to. Explain to your mother that if they are going to punish you for doing exactly what your dead father wanted, they can go fly a kite. Mom should also ask her new husband to stay out of it. He isn't your father. NTA. But get the hell out of that house. Is there a sibling of your dad's you can move in with? Invest every cent of that money. Though, talk to a financial advisor. Also, make sure to keep your birth certificate, driver's license, and any other IDs and documents where they can't hold them over your head. NTA. You didn't choose how your dad set up the inheritance, and they're not his kids. What they're asking isn't compassion. It's displacing the financial burden of raising his children onto you. If you have no emotional drive to share, then please do not do it. Your mother is responsible for the costs of raising you. Full stop. You don't owe her for her choice to have and raise a child. She has made decisions that got her and her husband where she is. It is not your job to mitigate her life. Your dad was smart. He made sure your mother could not ruin your future. He guaranteed safety for you. Now, take advantage of his forethought and thrive. NTA. NTA. If your mom and stepdad were good parents, that's great. If you want to help them out, you can. But you're not at all obligated, and it's not their money. Your dad intended you to have it. You don't say how much it is, but even if it funds a house and college, that doesn't make you wealthy. Just comfortable. Money goes fast once you start spending it. And it does even faster if you give it away. Do with it whatever you want. But do not do anything with it just out of guilt. If you share it, it should be something you want to do. You say you don't want to. So don't. Assume your mom and stepdad might not be supporting you more than the minimum from now on. But that's okay. That in and of itself helps the other kids. NTA. You need to get out of that house as soon as possible. Not saying move out the same day you turn 18, but start planning and preparing your exit. You don't want to live in that house when you turn 19. If your stepsiblings had been birthed by your mother, my answer would have been different today, considering the stepsibling with medical issues. But these children were birthed by women your late father didn't know, and their father is a man your late father don't owe anything to. 6 years is nothing. Young man, you didn't marry this man and you didn't birth these children. This money is yours. You spend it and invest it as you like. Don't let your mom, Barbara the Builder aka Pickmisha, manipulate you into believing that you owe 75% of your inheritance to stepsiblings you have known for 6 years. You better respect your late father more than this. Do not waste this money on other people's children when you are a child yourself. Your whole future and life is ahead of you. Your mom chose to date a single dad with 3 children. That's her choice. She chose to contribute financially and emotionally. That's her choice. She don't get to tell you what to do with your money. That's your choice. It's pathetic 2 adults are expecting and counting on you to set up your stepsiblings for life and contribute financially to their future. It's not your job. Get out of this toxic house as soon as you can. What's the name on the inheritance? Clearly not the husband's. It's your money. Use it as you like. Not the asshole. NTA. If your dad wanted his money to finance his ex-wife, whoever she remarried after his death, and any children they had together, then he would have set up funds to do that. He wanted you to have it, not your mom. They told me to quit being selfish and start acting with compassion. Translation. They want your money, don't give in to them. If you're in the US, Your dad has already contributed more than enough towards your step-siblings via the Social Security payments your mom was receiving on your behalf. While you live there, keep the peace and just agree that something will be done once you have access to the money. Keep it vague and let them make their own assumptions. Then once you're out of the house and free of their day-to-day control, let them know that you agreed under duress and you fully intend to honor your father by using his money to benefit his child as he intended. Your dad knew who your mother was and set things up the way he did to protect you. Live your best life for your dad who clearly loved you so much. NTA. NTA, your dad left you the money. No one else. You really don't owe anyone else anything here. There's no moral obligation on you to do this. There is an obligation on those kids' parents to provide for them. Not you. Wait a second. Should have been focused on raising you? Did your dad not contribute to raising you? Tell them you'll think about it over the next 2 years. In the meantime, ask your lawyer to assist in arranging accommodations for you when you turn 19. NTA. The $1 was left for you. Get a lawyer. If you don't already have one. This will be more of an issue when you can access the funds. Explain the situation to the lawyer. And then if your family asks you about the trust, you can say, "You'll have to talk to my lawyer." Don't discuss the trust per your family again. Refer them to the lawyer. And move out as soon as you can. Edit to add. You don't say what your relationship with your step-siblings is. Of course, you may want to give them or your mother some money, but you shouldn't feel obligated to do so. Your mom should have never told your stepdad about the money. Now he feels entitled to it when it's none of his business. His children are not your responsibility, and this is why your father set the trust up this way. When you receive the money, you could set a sliver aside for each of the kids. Only if you want to. And it wouldn't need to be anything near when they are suggesting. This is a gift from your father. NTA. NTA. There was obviously a reason your father sought to protect you with a trust. Don't share. Get all of your documents. Birth certificate, SS card, trust docs, the will, the lawyer's name, and get them in a safe place possible off-site. If you can stash cash, do it with said docs. Have that go bag somewhere safe. You may need it. Definitely NTA. Your mom, stepdad and step-siblings have zero claim to your inheritance. If, in due time, when you are an adult, you chose to give any help, you are free to do that. But you are not under any obligation. Meanwhile, talk to the lawyer dealing with the trust. Tell them about the pressure you are being put under and that you don't want to gift any of the money to your mom or siblings. And also ask about whether it is set up in a way that would let you access it for essentials if your mom and stepdad kick you out as soon as you turn 18. I'm sorry you have lost your dad. NTA. Do not give them a penny. Your dad was protecting you. Your step-siblings are not his kids and he owes them nothing. That money is for you and only you. Go no contact if you have to. Just so you know, your mom is probably getting a survivor's benefit check for you through Social Security if you are in the US. Your stepdad is probably getting a check for his kids as well. As long as the deceased parents work, they can get a monthly benefit check. It is really disgusting. He wants you to financially support his children. NTA. Your father left this money to you, not a bunch of people he never met. If anything, it would be wrong to spend this money on people that had no relationship to your father's family. Your mother and stepfather should just be happy that they won't need to worry about paying for anything once you're 19. Adding on to all of the above excellent advice, lock down your credit, such as it may be at 17. To make sure that your mother doesn't take out any loans or open credit cards in your name or does something else shady, go to your father's attorney and ask him for guidance.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.